Good evening, my name is Nirav Patel, Managing Director of the Digital Banker and Global Private Banker. Delighted to be joined by Charu Mathur of IndusInd Bank, who were recently named winner for the Best New Product Launch of the Year for loans, and also the Outstanding Response to COVID-19 Branchless Banking Award, and these were all at the Global Retail Banking Innovation Awards 2021 that we held just before Christmas last year. Charu, delighted to be joined by you this evening. Please do go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Charu Mathur. I'm Chief Digital Officer and Head of Business Strategy at IndusInd Bank.
Thank you so much. Charu, look, in a diverse environment such as the Indian banking landscape, how is technology really helping retail banking and its services evolve?
So I think, especially in the Indian context, technology is playing a very, very vital role in evolving the banking landscape. If you look at, a slew of initiatives that the government of India has taken, be it the India Stack or the Bheem UPI or Bharat QR, there is this entire enabling framework which has been very carefully and meticulously put in by the government itself to create a very enabling environment for leveraging technology for taking the retail banking services to another level. Now, the way I look at this space is as follows. Now, there was a time when a lot of focus was on leveraging the tech stack, the India stack, and the entire enabling infrastructure that the government is putting into place to do more of process improvement, efficiency improvement. It was more about, can we acquire clients digitally? Can we, do less of data entry, less of scanning, and therefore gain operational efficiencies out of the process? I think that is where bulk of the thought process used to be. Now, the key shift that I see happening is going forward in the Indian market in retail banking is that there is a very, very sharp focus now on creating customer value propositions which are digital and moving away from just being product centric to being very, very customer value centric and with the principles of human centered design, putting a client in the center and then designing digital value propositions for the customers. So that is one. And the other shift that I see happening is that the world of embedded finance and open banking is more and more becoming a reality now. So you are doing banking in places, which are not banks. You're no longer going to a bank to do banking. You basically are buying stuff online and you end up converting your spends into EMI and you end up doing banking. You actually end up, taking a credit card that you like, not from a bank website, but from an e-commerce website where you get very good offers on that. So essentially a whole lot of ecosystem play is now becoming an interesting play for banks, and that's going to shape the future of retail banking in India, certainly.
And as big techs and new entrants really start gaining a foothold in the financial services industry, how can incumbent banks such as yours really continue to prevail and retain customers?
I think the market is huge. There is a lot of room for innovation in a market like India, and it's very diverse. So definitely with fintechs entering into the space, what I see emerging is a very healthy collaborative space that's emerging, and collaborations and alliances will be an important part of the digital strategy, for us as well as for banks in general in India as we go along. The way we are looking at it, there are a couple of aspects of these collaborations. So one is that collaborating to acquire new clients. So a lot of these fintechs have done a very phenomenal job in creating very, very good digital value propositions for their customers. And could we collaborate with them and extend the banking stack of products and services to the clients? A lot of fintechs in the space of wealth, payments, they are doing some very, very good work. So one is that we see that we can collaborate and create end-to-end, complete, comprehensive digital value stacks on the fintech platform for the customers, and also in the process acquire clients. And the other lens to this is that we are also looking at a lot of fintechs to bring complementing value propositions, which can help us enrich our digital value to the customers. So if a fintech has a great product in consumer finance, or they have a great proposition, say a discount broking stack, making investing very simple and easy for a normal retail consumer. I think there is a lot of learning there from fintechs from us, because they genuinely have created some extremely good digital products, keeping the customer in the center. And we see a lot of value in collaborating and not always competing. So we are looking at a lot of these players in a way where we can take those enriched digital value propositions that they have created and embed that in our user story, in our digital value propositions for customers, in a win-win, kind of a model for both. So I think that's going to be important. Partnerships, alliances, and collaborations. And the other thing which we have also realized, and most of the banks are doing now, is taking a hard look at the technology stack that we have created, and really building it for a very different level of scale and resilience and agility. So all the new age applications that we are now designing are cloud native. They are microservices enabled. They are API ready from day one. And that's becoming a very, very important aspect of platforms and client digital platforms that we design nowadays. So modernization of the stacks at the banks is happening. We are also in the process of modernizing some of our core payment stacks, making them cloud native, so that you don't have to worry about scaling up with an expected surge of volumes. It gives you a reliability in terms of performance, which you can't get with a non-cloud kind of a model. So while the modernization of our stacks continues in parallel, we're building a lot of capability in terms of getting in-house engineering, product design, digital marketing talent going. So while we undertake that journey of our own as well, partnerships and alliances with fintechs will only help us reach our goals faster and accelerate the steps that we need to take in that journey.
Finally, Charu, please talk to us a little bit about your top 3 predictions for the use of technology in retail banking, and particularly the segment of retail banking in India.
There are 3 or 4 areas where we will see technology really shifting banking landscape significantly. So one is data analytics and advanced analytics led approach to engaging with clients using hyper personalization, and also in doing very, very effective risk management, leveraging advanced analytics. I think that is something that is just going to explode over the next 2-3 years. Data is available like it was never available before. And with the machine learning based models, with the advanced analytics techniques that we can deploy today, the data driven decisioning is now really become a very, very important part of our strategy, both when it comes to engaging with our customers, as well as when we take decisions, let's say in risk management. So that's going to be very important. The consumer interfaces the customer touch points are going to be digital more and more. And they expect a level of intelligence and hyper personalization in those touch points, which traditional banks have not been offering them. So that's one. The second thing which will play out is this whole concept of embedded finance and open banking and platform banking. Banking will happen in many places where you least expected it to happen. It will happen on several platforms. You could be on a fintech app, on an e-commerce app, and you will do banking there. So how do we become ready for that? That's going to be a big shift, a big trend that's going to play out. The other thing which I see huge potential in is actually the aspect of composability in system design. So what that essentially means is that everything that you develop, every digital platform or property that you create, it's got to be so composable to the core that it's almost like putting some Lego blocks together and you can make completely different products and innovations out of that. So a concept like composability will allow you to do a product innovation of another level with a lot of ease. So things like your debit card could change into a Forex card when you travel abroad just with the toggle off an option on your mobile app. So stuff like that becomes really possible, when you build your systems, which are absolutely API native to the core, very, very composable, can be molded, stitched together in any shape and format. And that's going to be a lot of tech stacks, I think, that we are now evaluating, have this underpinning of composability to them, which will fuel a lot of innovation in the product side, at least in banking. And of course, data security. When we talk so much about data, then data security, information security, data privacy, I think that's another area that we got to be focusing a lot more on as we move forward.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Pleasure to have you with us this afternoon, or evening rather, and congratulations to IndusInd Bank. Thank you.